Alrighty, howdy neighbors and welcome back to Dark Nights. Last time I got a good ending. An actual good ending. An ending we were supposed to get with a person I did not enjoy. Kills me dead. Alrighty. And now we're gonna go on to the final route, which is this child. Which I don't want to call him a route. He is clearly suspicious, this fucking kid. Sachiro was acting strangely. It was acting strange the day we met. I can't help but find him suspicious. He's a fucking kid. I have no idea how he could be related to the disappearances. Who knows what he's hiding behind that innocent face, though. Alright, I forgot I said I'd help her find the haunted house. We'll be at the park today. My stomach rumbles. Checking on him won't hurt, but I need to make something to eat first. Sachiro can wait until later. Chapter 1, Visits. When I finish my meal, it's already past 7 p.m. It seems a bit late for a boy of Sachiro's age to still be out, but I head to the park just in case. The sky might already be dark, but the weather is good for a walk, unlike the last time I was here. We barely know each other. Would it be inappropriate for me to visit him this late? The park looks empty at first sight, but after walking around, I notice a boy sitting on the bench. Because he's so small, he blends in with the surroundings. Can't believe he's still here. Isn't he cold? I walk over to him, giving the boy an apologetic smile. Hey, you're Sachiro, aren't you? Baby. Hello. I like his scarf. Games. Sachiro looks at me with surprise before blinking innocently. Were you waiting for me? I'm sorry it took so long. No, it's fine. Yeah, I hope you haven't been here the entire day. I'd feel so bad. I was hoping you'd come back eventually. Is this boy crazy? Everyone knows you shouldn't trust strangers. I'm so happy they remembered me. Thank you. God, he's so cute. Cinnamon roll. Sachiro blushes and shyly returns his gaze to the ground. So you helped me find my lost thing. What did you lose again? A place. It's the only point that I find it. I think it might be what everyone calls the haunted house. Oh, wouldn't it be better to search in the day then? I don't think time matters much. I'm not entirely convinced, but Sachiro looks so determined. I do not want to disappoint him. He gives me the description of the building, but it does not ring a bell. The only real clue we have is that it's supposedly open to the public. I don't think I know a place like that. Maybe it's part of a theme park. The description only makes it more confusing. We should start by picking a block and searching from there. Is there anywhere you'd like to start? Sachiro's face swiftly brightens. You could pick. It's your search, so you should take the lead. Hehe. Okay. He rubbed the back of his neck, looking a little embarrassed. I do have a place in mind. I don't want to go alone, but if you're there, I think it'll be okay. I notice his excitement as he takes my hand, and I allow him to pull me along. It feels like I'm taking a child to a candy store. I wonder where we're going. Why? Why? After a while, we end up in the forest. Judging by Sachiro's expression, this is not what we were looking for. He turns to me, bowing apologetically. Even after comforting him, he still seems flustered. Don't worry, we can still look somewhere else. Sachiro begins leading me along once more. They say I know we're in a cave. This does not seem to be what he was looking for either. This is the direction to absolutely hard. I'm supposed to be looking for a building. Sorry, I really thought this was the right way. But this direction must be off today. Let's head back toward the village. Are you sure you don't know anything else about the haunted house? I know it's old. It might have been abandoned. I've heard rumors about it. If he is the fucking guardian of the forest, I'm gonna lose my mind. Would you have anything more concrete? Not really. You won't get anywhere with just rumors. I'm sorry for dragging you all the way out here with nothing to go on. The boy's sad expression makes me forget about my irritation. I don't blame him when I willingly followed him here. I let out a sigh and pat his shoulder. We should continue this tomorrow. It's getting pretty late. Your parents must be worried. Hey, don't treat me like a kid. I can't help but laugh, rubbing Sachiro's hair. He immediately moves away to fix his hair, his cheeks growing red. Once finished, he crosses his arms and frowns at me. I'm older than you, you know. Say what? I'm 18. There's no way you're older than me. But I'm 18 too. No way. At best, you're like a 12-year-old. You can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, you're shorter than me. Plenty of people are short their entire lives. Height has nothing to do with it. But you know better than to judge people by their appearances. You won't look at disbelief. I want to make a joke, but decide to hold back. I seriously thought I was 12. The mannerisms remind me so much of a little kid. I'm too quick to judge. I barely know anything about Sachiro. You're right. I guess I'm in the same boat as you. Still doesn't sound like you take me seriously. I snort, trying to hide my smirk. There's no way I can resist making more jokes about his age. We're heading back, we're suddenly startled by a voice. What business do you have here? The mean, cranky caveman. Get away! We're already leaving. Excuse us. Come, Sachiro. Man stops us by blocking our path, throwing a fierce glare while crossing his arms. I wondered before, which part do you not understand? Let's see, even better friend this time. Zaikun, hi! I know this guy, Sachiro. I've caught the kids to be around the forest a few times. I'm not surprised suspicious trespassers like you two are associated with each other. I was only lost. Save for me. What about you, Zaikun? What's your excuse for being here? I'm the one asking questions here. Whatever. I'll see us again anyway. By the way, you. I realize the redhead has been staring at Sachiro for an unnaturally long time. I don't understand what's going on, but I have a bad feeling about it. I grab Sachiro's hand and pull him with me, walking past the man. So I have no more business in the forest. We head back to town together. However, we part ways once we reach our destination. Thanks. You're welcome. Maybe we should explore again in daylight. Actually, I prefer nighttime. It's okay, right? The boy wandering at night alone makes me feel uneasy. I have to at least accompany him. You always want to explore eerie places. And it looks like you're trying to find danger. I reassure you nothing ever happens. You better not jinx it. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. By the time I return home, it's already 10 p.m. As I lay in bed, I wonder why Sachiro asked me to only visit him at night. I should have a close eye on him. Next day, I decide to ask around about the haunted house during my lunch break at school. A haunted house, huh? I haven't heard anything like that. Are you sure? I'm looking into it for someone, so any help would be appreciated. Maybe they're just confused. I've heard a lot of stories about this area, but nothing like that. I guess it could be a new name for an old rumor. Maybe even something that was created recently. Does anything similar come to mind then? Let me think. Let's see, we have the temple, we have Shinoru's house, we have Zaikun's house. We have my house. The library. That can have stuff. Yeah, that's all I can think of. Oh, Kiichi's house. I think that could also count. Because he's a Shinigami. There's a school ghost, the forest demon, at the Kenriji Mansion. Maybe you're looking for the Kenriji Mansion. It's been abandoned for years, so you couldn't argue that it's haunted. The Kenriji family, huh? That's Shinoru. They said the mansion near the library used to belong to them. Supposedly, they were like the village's celebrities. Everyone knew them. Unfortunately, many people were envious of their wealth and influence. The entire family was murdered in cold blood. There may be more to it. but that's what's known to the public. I personally haven't looked into it too much. That's crazy. I can't believe anyone would murder an entire family out of jealousy. It happens. Well, it happened a long time ago. Things were different back then. Nowadays, there are a lot of rumors about their mansion. They say if you get close to it when it's dark out, you can hear the Kenriji's blood-curdling screams. Murdered souls can't rest in peace, or so people believe. But it's like the haunted house to me. I can tell what you're planning by the look on your face. Why don't we check it out? Why don't we check out the mansion together? Even though I don't think ghosts exist, the thought of them does spook me a little. Sorry, Ryoji. I have to decline your offer. You're like a walking supernatural repellent. Nothing exciting ever happens when you're around. Maybe when we looked for the demon of the forest. It was worth a try. Just let me know if you change your mind. Chances of me getting killed by a ghost are higher than the ghost appearing in the same room as you. Anyway, thank you for telling me about the mansion. As promised, I meet up with Sachiro after school. Why does he want to find the haunted house anyway? I'm sure... Oh, he sure doesn't look like a horror junkie. Last night he sounded like he was in a rush. I can't guess what his motive is. Or at least... Well, at the least, this should be entertaining. The back is silent as usual. I call Sachiro's name. But he doesn't answer. I decide to kill some time by taking a walk. Before long, I find the missing boy passed out on the bench. His arms wrapped around a bag of cookies, while the birds of the park are staring intently at the sight. He does have birds! I decided to watch his adorable sleeping face a little longer. He's so cute. Just watching him sleep makes me happy. I sit beside him, waiting until he wakes up. I close my eyes and watch the sky grow darker. The sun will be setting soon. I wonder if he's had dinner already. I hope he's eaten more than cookies. Suddenly Sachiro opens his eyelids. In a sleep-induced haze, he peers around, rubs his eyes and blinks slowly before turning to me. Ah, did I fall asleep? Sorry for waking you. You can go back to sleep if you want. I'll watch over you. Glad you came, although I told you to only come find me at night. My class ran late today, so I thought it was best to head over straight away. I guess elementary school students get out early, huh? I'm not in elementary school anymore. I just had the day off. I was only kidding. Sachiro sits up and scratches his head before opening the bag of cookies. A moment later, he hands me one of the treats. Cookies are all shaped like animals. It's animal crackers! Holy shit, he had a bag of animal crackers! Hell yeah! And the one I have looks like a raccoon. It almost seems like ashamed to eat it. Sachiro takes a bite of his baby seal. The aesthetic really suits him. Oh, thank you. I got this from the bakery earlier. There's too many for me, so I thought I'd share them with you. Thanks, they're delicious. I'm glad you like them. Cookies are my favorite. I take a bite of another cookie. Do you have time to look for the haunted house with me today? That's exactly why I came here, actually. I'm lucky to have you with me. You're too scary exploring by yourself. That's not it. It just had to be easier if I had help. Well, do you have any destinations in mind for today? I had a place in mind yesterday, but I completely forgot where it was. You have a bad memory, huh? There are rumors that the Kenriji mansion is haunted, and at night you could hear the ghost of the family wailing. Not that I've witnessed it myself. It might be worth taking a look, though. That's a great idea. Let's go. A normal person would find such an idea to be ridiculous. Sachiro, on the other hand, looks absolutely ecstatic. Sachiro, I friend that wants to come along, do it during the day, don't feel very... I have a friend that wants to come along. My friend said that he wanted to join me if I went to the Kenriji mansion. Really? The more the merrier. I'm sure that he knows a lot about the mansion. Nothing ever seems to go the way we want when he's around. Maybe you can ask him to... maybe you can ask him about more places we can search then. I will later. When we go while it's still light out, it's easier to look around too. To be honest, I have a rare disease that makes it hard for me to stay in sunlight for too long. Maybe I collapsed that one time is because I overdid it. Do you have albinism? That's not quite how albinism works. My hair's silver, not white, that's not it. Anyway, it's just that the light tires me out. I'd look for the haunted house during the day if I could. Chiro lowers his head and frowns. I decide to drop the subject. After walking for a while in silence, he turns to me. What's wrong? I'll only take us a few minutes to check out the mansion. Please come with me. I'll hold your hands so you won't be scared. That's my line. Stick close to me and you won't get lost. If it means you'll come with me, then okay. Follow me. I think I know where we're going. If I'm right, I passed by it a few times. You mentioned with a huge gate, right? Yeah, but I'm not sure if the place is open to the public. If anything strange happens, we'll leave immediately, okay? Okay. We decided that we'll explore the abandoned mansion. But put that in quotes, abandoned. In a way, it feels exciting. Who knows what we might find here? Two brothers? Two brothers. If one does not look past the surface, they will never see what lies hidden beyond. What one sees as the truth may merely be a misconception. But that only makes mysteries more satisfying to solve. What happened to your friend? He got busy and couldn't come today. Aw, too bad. Don't walk off on your own. It'll be bad if we get separated. The trio nods while smiling innocently. The sky is pitch black by the time we reach the Kenriji mansion. Like last time, it's surrounded by a light mist, and the eerie atmosphere gives me the chills. I recall the shadow I saw during the time I was heading home. I stare at the windows, but there's nothing in particular. We head to the front door, but it's chained shut. Take the opportunity to try backing out. Too bad it's locked. We should try looking somewhere else. The trio gently pulls on the chains, and they fall off easily. It seems like they were not properly attached. We can go in now. There are deep sigh before smiling weakly. Push the door open, and it noisily creaks open. The trio and I hold hands as we step through the darkness into the large ballroom-looking area. I expect the place to be messy, but it's shockingly clean. So much that it doesn't truly look abandoned. If the door had not been chained, I would have thought someone lived here. It's your haunted house. I'm not sure. Let's check the next floor. My companion releases my hand and confidently heads up the stairs. What's the point of all this anyway? Sachiro crosses his arms before thinking aloud. It's supposed to be pretty big. Really dark, and had old-looking doors, too. As we approach the next floor, my excitement ramps up. I've never been in such a fancy residence before. Even though it is a few centuries old, it looks quite livable. Sachiro and I check a few of the second-floor rooms. Much to our disappointment, they're all empty. Each door and room are designed identically, so it's hard for me to tell them apart. The hallway looks endless, with its long rows of doors, and we have not even begun to check the left side. Can you finish this out on your own? I'll start searching the left rooms. I'll be able to see if we stay in the hallway. Okay, make sure to let me know if you find anything. Let's wait up by the stairs when we're done. I turn head in the opposite direction of Sachiro. I use the stairs as my starting point and count the doors down from here. The first 4 doors on the left side are empty. The previous owner's belongings have been cleared out at some point. I open the 5th door and gaze into the darkness. Unlike the previous rooms, this one has its windows covered. If there's anything within, I can't tell. I doubt there are working lights. I doubt there's a working light switch here. I didn't think to bring a flashlight either. I decided not to risk entering the room and tripped over something. The further down the hall I walk, the more damage there is to the walls. Is this how an abandoned building is supposed to look? It would have been pretty scary if anything looked well maintained. Let's see what's in this room. Open yet another door. Oh, fuck. It's me. It's me. I was shocked by the sight of the human-looking skull, with chunks of festering meat still stuck to it. Its open jaws filled with pitch-black gunk, insinuating its fearful expression. I slammed the door, closed, and ran toward the staircase. Sachiro, we need to get out of here. That's fair. I realized that Sachiro was no longer in the hallway. I never received a response. I tried to save again and wait for an answer. Suddenly a blood-curdling scream echoes through the mansion. I freeze onto the spot when I remember a ghost rumor Ryoji told me about. I was imagining things. It was probably only the wind. The skull I saw was not a hallucination. I looked at it for a moment, though. I can't be sure if it's real. Buck up. Let your imagination get the best of you. Anyway, I need to find Sachiro quickly. There might be something creepy in another room, and I don't want him to get all freaked out. Thankfully, it doesn't take long until I find the boy. I told you to stay in the hallway. Sorry, I got too absorbed in exploring. He's such a space cadet. We should end this for here today. Did you hear that scream earlier? I only heard the wind. You're okay, you look pale. Yeah, I'm fine. I was heading to pull him back to the entrance. At least we got out in one piece. Though Sachiro initially protested, he's panting by the time we're outside of the mansion. Are you sure you're okay? I just had to catch my breath. Pulls the scarf down and puts a hand on his chest before gazing at me with worry. You may be fine, but you're still acting a bit weird. Sachiro looks at me as if I'm a crazy person. I gather my thoughts before trying to explain the experience what I... Around the game. I gather my thoughts before trying to explain what I experienced at the Kenrichi mansion. To tell you the truth, I found a skull in one of the rooms, a human skull. I didn't find anything except empty rooms on the right side. I assure you mine wasn't playing a trick on you. Maybe it was a fake skull left there as a prank. You're probably right. You usually get scared, huh? No way. Whether or not it might have been a prank, we should take it seriously. Anything could happen to us in there. Boo, scaredy cat. I pulled Sachiro's hair as he pokes fun at me. Anyway, was that the place you were looking for? Probably wasn't. Sorry for wasting your time again. It was still worth it. We'll just cross that off our list. Plus, I can sort of see how those ghost rumors started. That's pretty exciting. Sachiro strokes my back, even though I tell him I'm not flustered from what happened. He's pretty brave. For a kid. To tell you the truth, I really appreciate what you've been doing for me. Sachiro smiles brightly as he looks at me through sparkly eyes. This boy is too pure. Never met anyone as kind as you before. Everyone I have asked for help told me I was delusional. I thought he was weird at first too. Like, who asks complete strangers about haunted houses? Still, it's been kind of fun hanging around with him. It's common sense to help those in need. Your request is pretty weird, though. I mean, nobody could have helped you if you didn't know what you were looking for anyway. Hehe. Don't worry, we'll look somewhere else tomorrow. I'm sure this is important to you. You won't give up so easily. Sachiro instantly cheers up. His adorable smile melts my heart. I cannot possibly abandon him. After a turn later that night, haunted by the visions of the skull, I do not sleep well. I abruptly wake up from a terrifying nightmare. In it, Sachiro and I were searching for the haunted house, where we found it out to be a death house. Dun dun dun! A haunted house supposedly belonged to his family, but he had lost the map to its location. He told me he had left many of his cherished belongings within it. I don't remember the dream in detail, but I believe I'm better off this way. I think he'd been luring people to the death house to torture them, and I ended up walking straight into it by mistake. What a disturbing nightmare. Even if Sachiro is guilty of something, it can't be murder. With that small body of his, he couldn't harm a fly. I cannot pay attention in history class, and I end up watching the clock during the lunch break. Sachiro claims to be 18 years old. I've never seen him at school. he can be one of those elite class students. He looks so young, though. I laugh at the thought of him applying for jobs. A candy store would suit him, or maybe a bakery. He'd probably have a hard time resisting all the sweets. What are you smirking about? Oh, Iguya, I didn't notice you there. We were daydreaming in class again. Luckily, the big guy in front of you blocked the teacher's view. I sit next to you. You're distracted, I am too. I shook my head and let out a sigh. What's wrong? You sound like you're going through a midlife crisis. There's a boy I want to help, but I don't know what to do. Ooh, a boy? Tell me about him. I'm trying to help him find something, but he won't let me know what it is. Why not? Oh no. It sounds tough. Why does he even want me to go with him? Maybe he just wants your company. He might try to make a move on you soon. Not a chance, Iguya. We only met a few days ago. There are no time constraints on love. Don't even joke about that. We aren't. You're already friend zone, huh? Poor guy. He looks too young for me. It'd make me feel weird if things got romantic. And at the same time, though, he doesn't seem to have taken care of himself. I feel bad if something happens to him. Hey guys, what's up? Having girl talk, shoo. Why am I always being left out? You guys trying to make me get a boyfriend. Help me, Ryoji. This guy has nothing of value to add. Only a waste of time. Sorry, Ryoji. Right. Ryoji scratches his head, seemingly confused. After taking a moment to recover, he tries to choose a topic. Anyway, did you guys hear that there was a murder last night? Not another kidnapping? Yes and no. The victim went missing last week, and this morning they found his corpse. My dad's team is investigating the crime right now. They'll have this figured out in no time. Yeah, your father's pretty amazing. Super nice too. He is known for catching people before they make a move. Hehe. Where did they find the victim? The corpse was dumped in an alley near the Kenriji mansion. Oh, those would numb my spine when Ryoji mentions the mansion. The events of last night are still fresh in my mind. This can't be. That skull I saw. The murder must have taken place right next to me. Yeah, the scream I heard. You look pale. Are you feeling alright? Sorry. The singer of the mansion creeps me out. You know I'm not fond of haunted places. A day for Sachiro and I to get questioned by the police. Don't be. Exorcists are coming here soon, apparently. They aren't affiliated with the police, but the occultists think they are needed. If you believe in the supernatural, you believe in exorcisms, right? Are you serious? I recall the advertisement that was looking for exorcists. I did not expect them to actually hire anyone. All of the victims so far have been middle-aged, so it's entirely possible that youths will be targeted next. Make sure you both stay on guard, and don't go out at night unless you absolutely have to. Roger. I'll be careful. I was just quite excited to ask Ryoji about Sachiro. You know a boy named Sachiro? I met him recently. But even though he's our age, I've never seen him at school. I don't. If you want me to find out more about him, I'll need his last name, though. I haven't asked him about it. I think he suffers from memory loss. Well, I'll take a look anyway. I guess you have a good reason for asking about him. Thanks. Though you did ask me to keep an eye out for suspicious people. I'll need to learn more about Sachiro before I say anything else, though. To the park! I head straight for the park. It's earlier than usual, but I don't have anything better to do. It's fairly busy. The pitches are practically filled. There are hordes of children scattered around the playground. Move to a quieter spot. I seated myself under a tree and pulled a pocket-sized book out of my coat. A horror novel called Dark Days. The protagonist is in a relationship with a murderer. Although he is aware of what she has done, he chooses to love over the law. Morality, rationality, and emotions are put into question. The plot is refreshing, and the character's choices always surprise me. The story pulls me in. I'll definitely make different choices than the protagonist, but I still want to know where his actions lead him. After reading for so long, my eyes grow sore. I slipped the book back into my coat and stretched before gazing into the bright, colorful sky filled with fluffy clouds. Such nice weather. It's nice to read in the park every once in a while. Very relaxing, too. Suddenly I realized that someone is sitting in the tree above me. When I focus my eyes and look closer. Hachiro, how long have you been there? Where? Hachiro peers around, apparently startled by my voice. When he looks down, he is more surprised than I am. He quickly loses his balance and falls out of the tree. It was such a mess. I reach out to catch him, but he lands a few feet in front of me. Are you okay? I kneel down to help him up. I end up getting pulled up, but end up pulling him forward. We topple onto the grass together. Ha. Ha. Ha ha. Hehe. Hachiro slowly covers his face before mumbling an apology. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Me too, I didn't mean to fall on you. We awkwardly stare at each other before bursting into fits of laughter again. I stand up to begin wiping the grass stains off my clothes. What are you doing up there, Sachiro? It's my favorite nap spot. The leaves block out the sunlight. I'm not saying inside would be better. You're not wrong. He silently stares at the ground. I have something to confess. Could you promise not to laugh? Sure. It could be possible to be funnier than you pretending to be an adult. He paused, but then begins to speak. It's kind of embarrassing, but I don't have a home. Ooh, I'm sorry. I haven't mentioned your parents that one time. Wait, you have the wrong idea. It's not like I ran away or my parents passed away or anything. At least that's what I believe. It's too complicated to explain right now. Actually, my memories are a little messed up. I can basically only remember things that happened recently. I knew I was forgetful, but I didn't think it was amnesia levels of bad. The boy scratches his eyes closed so tightly that it looks like he is in pain. I don't know what caused it. I'm sorry for not mentioning it before. You're probably wondering why I'm always here, huh? The truth is, it's just sort of where I woke up after I lost my memories. I mean, I can still remember a few things, like the haunted house. I might remember something if I find it. Shiro paused before appearing at the ground. I can't help but pity him. He's like a lost puppy. All the pieces are falling into place. Things must be so difficult for him. If you want, you can stay at my place for a while. What? That's very kind of you, but there's an empty guest room you could use. It's not safe to stay outside at night right now, you know. Shiro stares at me until his eyes begin to water. No! And his cheeks become a little pink. Tied his flustered face, he pulls his scarf up. I make him uncomfortable. Well, I can tell he's a good person at heart. He deserves better than having to sleep out in the cold. Still clinging to her scarf, Sachiro looks up at me slowly and speaks in a softer tone. Thank you so much. This is the third time you've helped me. What were the other times? You helped me look for the haunted house, of course. It was no big deal, honestly. If you think about those cookies you gave me, we're practically even, right? I can't leave a little boy to his fate. Especially when it's been so dangerous around here lately. Little? We're the same age, and I'm pretty sure I'm taller than you. You mentioned that before. Let's confirm who's taller. Leaning closer toward him to measure our heights. Seems he's taller by 1 inch. I'm forced to face reality, but I can't stop myself from thinking he is short. See? You're the shorter one. It's not important anyway. The boy smiles weakly. We sit down in the grass and chat for a while. I notice he's looking more pale compared to last night. Probably exhausted from staying up so late. The park is one of the few places where I'm allowed to spend the night. During the day, I sleep at the library, if I'm still tired. It's really hard to get through life with no home and no money. I try to apply for jobs, but I don't have any sort of identification. For a few days, I managed to help out in an ice cream shop at a candy store. But I was only filling for sick employees, so that didn't last. Those places suit you. You can't deny I love sweets. I get most of my food from passing strangers, but it depends on my luck. That explains why you're so small and skinny. Sachiro puffs his cheeks out, visibly annoyed for my teasing. Nonetheless, being homeless sounds difficult. I'm happy to give my help. Sky grows dark. Now Sachiro and I are left at the park. Sachiro stands up and stretches his arms. He seems excited to begin our search for the haunted house again. Now a new location in mind. Let me think. The room of the ghost in my school? Maybe that's what you're looking for? It wouldn't hurt to check. Actually, I'm not sure the school is still open this late. Aw. The boy's sad face makes me so guilty I can't bear to crush his hopes. Well, we can at least check it out. Come on, let's go. Oh man, all the lights are off. I don't think anyone's still inside. So she always tries to push the main doors. To my surprise, they open! It appears someone forgot to lock them. Seriously, the administration is so careless. At least I'm familiar with the place. I won't be getting lost this time. We walk through the dark, empty halls. It feels weird, walking around school at night. Oh my goodness, this is way creepier than the Kenrichi mansion. Takes Chihiro's hand in mine. He blushes in reaction, but keeps his grip tight. By the way, can you tell me more about the ghost rumor? A few villagers claim to see a shadow wandering past the windows. The students have never seen anything like it, though. Honestly, I'm pretty sure the rumor is fake. That just sounds suspicious. It could have just been a janitor, maybe a teacher who forgot something important in their classroom. I think it's a ghost is too unbelievable. Rumors will scare you easily, huh? You know, I think ghosts are cute. I like them. Even saying. Haha. Anyway, shall we start with the classroom? Chihiro and I freeze when a shuffling sound echoes through the hallway. Oddly enough, we can't tell which direction it's coming from. After the shuffling sound fades away, I save. Boop. This is the wrong choice. When it doesn't do the sound, I know it's the wrong choice. What in the world was that sound? Chihiro, you're right. Yeah, I think I came from further down the hall. It's probably just the ventilation system, though. Nothing to be worried about. I'm genuinely impressed by Sachiro's rationality. He is not moved at all by the strange events. There goes my confidence. Let's start searching for the first-year classrooms and work our way up from there. Do you remember any of your classmates? No, sadly. Uniforms of the school really make the students stick out, though. For instance, there's a boy with black hair and blue eyes. He looks like a delinquent. I see him go to the police station a lot. He must cause a lot of trouble. He's an awful lot like Ryoji, but he's no delinquent. Haha. His dad is an officer, so he helps them out sometimes. He's not a bad boy. Oh, I see. He's more scared of Ryoji than haunted houses, huh? What a guy. We're at the first classroom. Fortunately, it's not completely dark. Chihiro wanders around and scratches his head. They look familiar. If not, we can find someone who knows you. Maybe you'll have a better chance of remembering something then. Even if anyone remembered me, I won't be able to recognize them. It'll be like talking to a stranger who is pretending to know me. I really can't remember anyone. There were no people in the place I pictured. I think I was alone all the time. If I'd been close to someone, I'm sure I would have remembered them. Then in your family. A family? Like your mom and dad, or even an aunt or an uncle. I wonder what kind of life Sachiro used to live. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if he had lost part of his personality with his memories. I could tell him to see a doctor, but in the end I can't force him to go. He can't remember them. Sachiro blinks innocently, seemingly confused. I don't remember what it feels like to have a family. Don't worry, sure everything will get sorted out eventually. What is this background? Oh, that's him in the corner. Oh, I was like, what is this? If I were in his position, I'd be frightened. It'd be like losing my past. And it feels like most of his memories are put on sleep, waiting to be digged up. It's not all bad losing my memories. Sure, there were things I'm better off forgetting. Doesn't mean it's good. Besides, it's normal for people to forget things over time. It just happened really quickly for me. Speaking of which, I suddenly remember something. I always carried this with me. The big, long... Wait, I carry two of them. Sachiro tries to shape an object with his hands, but it only makes him harder to understand. It's a sign language. No, I'm just bad at explaining things. Just when Sachiro tries to explain it again, a noise disrupts us. The shuffling sound grows louder and louder. We immediately rush to the classroom door and lock it. Someone may be here with us. With the door locked, they can't reach us, unless they have the keys. Put an ear to the door. I put my ear against the door and listen. The sound eventually disappears from the hallway. I think someone's still in the building. We'll get caught if we stay here. We should leave for now. Okay. As Sachiro and I chase our suspect to the exit, we hear footsteps approach us from behind. A hand suddenly lands on my shoulder and I jump. Hi! It's Shinoru! When I turn around, there's a dark-haired man standing there. His face is very pale and his mysterious golden eyes look like they're glowing in the darkness. The ghost! The ghost! I'm not a ghost. What are you two doing here? He feels familiar. Oh, right. I've seen him once before by the Midden Mansion. I'm confused until I look carefully at the man's uniform. The design looks more complicated than the standard ones, which means he is most likely an elite class. When I realize he's my senior, I bow my head. The chair follows my example and bows too. My, no need to be so polite. I believe we have met before, miss. Before I ask you who you are, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shinoru, and I attend the night classes. I'm James the second year. I'm Sachiro, and I'm not from... He's a kid from my neighborhood. He begged me to show him this place where the big kids go to school. I couldn't say no. It was pretty late, but I couldn't say no, and the doors were already unlocked. I see. I'm sure you will enjoy the school when you're older, Sachiro. Poor Sachiro. Poor guy. I didn't realize that there were classes at this time of night. There always have been. Regular students simply are not aware of them. Speaking of which, class will begin in mere minutes. Sachiro, would you be interested in sitting in for a lesson? Probably shouldn't. We're just about to leave. Sorry for all the trouble, Shinoru. I rushed Sachiro down the hall, leaving Shinoru behind. I guess that explains why the doors were unlocked. I've never heard of the night classes. The elite students are something else. I turned to Sachiro with an apologetic smile. Sorry about that. The excuse had to be believable. I can't believe the guy fell for it. I had no idea for the classes. I guess we got out okay. We could take another look during the day. No need. It's not my haunted house. At least it's another place we can mark off the list. I'm disappointed. I'd hoped that we would find something this time. Oh, you said we didn't get to see the ghost. What? No way, it's the opposite. I'm just teasing you. I shrug and look away. The churro must think my fear is hilarious. That is, kinda cute. Eh? Cute how? I kinda understand why you're afraid of the unknown. I feel the same way. What if any ghosts do appear? I'll scare them away for you. Thanks, I guess. Anyway, are you ready to go home? It's dangerous to be out of the streets this late. Go home? You forget already. I said you could stay at my house. I was serious, you know. Oh. Is that really alright? I don't want to overstay my welcome. Don't worry about it. We can take it one day at a time. The chair's a little weird, but I also feel at ease when I'm around him. He's not a bad person. I did originally suspect him to be linked to the disappearances, but I've changed my mind. The chair also has so many chances to stab me in the back, literally. But he hasn't done anything. Even if I'm wrong, at least I can keep an eye on him this way. Ooh. This is your home, huh? It's the first time I've had company since my parents left for their business trip. The churro seems excited to have a roof over his head, happily exploring the rooms. I just for him to wait in the living room while I prepare dinner. I almost hope my cooking isn't too rusty. Can I help you with anything? The slow movement is very funny. You're the guest and I'm the host. Let me handle the cooking tonight. If you insist, just let me know if you change your mind. The menu is grilled lemon chicken with red rice and a side of vegetable omelet. Sachiro watches me cook. His eyes begin to dampen, as if he's not eaten in days. I was expecting him to violently shove the food in his mouth. Instead, he slowly eats, savoring the flavors. He made it so juicy. Why did my chicken taste so good? I didn't even know red rice. Oh my god! There goes all the speech therapy. I didn't even know red rice was the thing. You really don't have to go so far from me. What are you talking about? It's just regular dishes. They're nothing compared to what you get at a 5-star restaurant. I'm glad you're enjoying it so much, though. After dinner, I prepared towels and fresh clothes so Sachiro can take a shower. My dad's clothes are too big for him, so I ended up searching my closet for some of my old clothes. These will fit him perfectly. You're being too nice. It's almost too good to be true. I feel like I owe you a great debt. Oh, don't be silly. I'm not doing this because I want anything in return. You treat everyone like this. You're my first, actually. I'm so lucky. Thank you so much. Things are really starting to look up for me. I won't ever forget the things you've done for me. I promise I'll pay you back someday. If this guy turns out to be like a yandere, I'm gonna lose my mind. I prepare the guest room while Sachiro cleans himself up. I'm surprised to find myself happy that Sachiro is staying with me. I already feel less lonely. Come in. Why is he so cute? Sachiro sits in the room wearing the outfit I picked for him. Whose clothes are these? You're too small to be your dad's. They were mine. Did they fit you properly? It's embarrassing to admit, but yes. If I weren't so tomboyish, I would have picked up something girlier for you. I shouldn't complain. You're kind enough to let me borrow these. That's enough excitement for one night. The bed's ready, so sleep well. I smile gently at him before making my way to my own room. The past few days have been quite exhilarating. I've gone places I would normally never think to visit. I do not regret helping Sachiro in the least. Now, seeing him smile makes me want to reach out and hug him. Why did I suspect him in the first place? I doubt he's even heard of the murders yet. I should warn him about them tomorrow just in case. With those thoughts in mind, I fall asleep. Many dots. Ah! A sharp scream wakes me from my slumber, causing me to stumble out of bed in a hurry. The scream was extremely loud, so it must have come from nearby. Pick up the window and notice the lights seem to be on in my neighbor's house. That's weird. I don't think they usually stay up this late. Turn to the clock, it's already past midnight. 1:03 in the morning to be exact. I stay alert the next few minutes, but nothing else happens. Maybe they're watching a horror movie. I forgot to turn off the lights afterward. Either way, it probably wasn't anything serious. I'm going back to sleep. The moment I lie down, I hear footsteps in the hallway. Sit up once more on high alert. When I flick on the light switch, I notice Sachiro standing in the doorway. Oh. Sachiro, you're still awake. Just to make it out in the darkness, but he seems to be a mess. What surprises me most is that there are scratches and bruises on the arms and legs. What in the world is he doing? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. I couldn't sleep, so I took a small walk. You're okay. It looks like you were attacked. I'm fine. I couldn't see very well since it was dark and I tripped. Sorry that I ruined your clothes. Sachiro smiles weakly and rubs the back of his neck. Well, I'll go back to my room now. Sorry for waking you up. Wait a minute. You can't leave those cuts untreated. I'll get the first aid kit and fresh change of clothes. Yay! Sachiro sits on the couch while I wipe his face with a wet towel. It makes me to see him injured like this. You'd hope the truth. If someone laid a hand on you, I'll rip theirs off. No, it was my own fault. I was embarrassed for a minute earlier. But it was a bunny cat in one of the alleys. Everybody is here. Everybody in the past stories has now made an appearance. Except for Chain. There was a bunny cat in one of the alleys I passed. I went crazy the moment I passed by. A bunny cat? Yeah, it had the ears and the tail of a bunny, but the slim legs of a cat. It was really cute. Too bad I couldn't pet it. I've never heard of an animal like that. After that, a shadow-like thing started appearing, and they chased me. Oh, that sounds pretty surreal. Maybe he was just confused because he was scared. On my way back, I ran into a pole and tripped twice. I think I fainted in front of the house for a few minutes too. What a klutz. I'm glad you're okay now. By the way, did you hear that scream earlier? A scream? No, I didn't. I heard it loud and clear from my bedroom. It must have come from the neighborhood. Probably happened while you were unconscious. Probably right, sorry. Anyway, promise me you won't go out at night again. Probably haven't heard the news, but there have been murders around here lately. Besides, I have to couple you in bubble wrap if you get all scraped up like this again. I promise to stay inside. I'll clean up so Sachiro heads back to his bedroom. Glad he made it back in one piece, but it's a little odd. His clumsiness is definitely going to get him in trouble someday. With Chain. The next day! Before leaving for school, I prepare a few meals for Sachiro. On the way to my classroom, someone forcefully grabs my shoulder. Irritated, I turn around and swipe the hand away. I'm glad you're okay. I heard about what happened to your neighbors. My condolences. Did you run into the culprit? Did they do anything to you? Calm down, Leoji. As you can see, I'm still in one piece. I don't even know what happened. I'm glad you're okay. You didn't see or hear anything, did you? I did hear a scream last night, but I thought it was from a really loud horror movie. There was an investigation at your neighbor's house this morning. The couple who lived there was brutally murdered. They're actually dead. There are footprints leading from their house to yours. Fucking goddamn it. I was worried that whoever did it got to you too. When I woke up this morning, I didn't notice anything out of place. Well, the investigation is still ongoing. Let me know if we find anything else. Speaking of which, the police will stop by your house for questioning later. And don't worry, I don't think you're a suspect. I see. I don't think I'll be very helpful, though. The news is so shocking. It feels unreal that the people who live so close to me were murdered. Be extra cautious from now on. Make sure you lock all of your doors and windows, and don't let anyone you don't absolutely trust into the house. You should also leave a weapon of some sort near your bed. Well, that umbrella has been doing its wonders. Wait, maybe I should come over and... I'll be fine, Leoji. If I think something might happen, I'll call the police. I show my confident grin and put up my thumb up. Oh, before I forget, I finished looking up that Sachiro person for you. That was fast. What did you find? There was no student registered under that name. I tried as a family name too, but nothing. Oh, sorry for the trouble. Could Sachiro be a nickname? Maybe he forgot his real name. Could he be from another village? If that's the case, it would make it hard for him to find his home. After school, the police stopped by my house for questioning, like Leoji said that they would. Unfortunately, I cannot give any useful information. They questioned Sachiro too, but he doesn't know anything either. When they finally leave, I breathe a sigh of relief and let the tension flow out of me. To go to the police is extremely stressful. They throw so many questions at us, even ones that they knew we would be unable to answer. I turn to Sachiro, who seems to be flustered. Don't worry, they were just making sure that we were fine. Do you think they suspect us? Probably not. Living next to a murder scene doesn't mean we're suspects. But I was close with the family. They were good people. I don't know why anyone would have wanted to kill them. They were an elderly couple. They've had children of their own, so they sort of adopted the neighborhood kids. I seriously can't believe this. More and more people around me get targeted. Just thinking about what happened leaves me shaking in fear. Sachiro gently puts his hand on my back, and I give him a weak, reassuring smile. Let's put this search on hold for a few days. I'll be fine. I'm sure you need some time to mourn. Must be in shock. Thank you. Let me know when you'd like to start searching again. Before going to sleep, I conceal a large metal ruler under my pillow. I mean, that works. I consider hiding a kitchen knife instead, but if the attacker gets their hands on it first, snatches it away, it will only work against me. To think that the murderer could have targeted me if he just moved one house down. If only. Really, if nothing happens during the following days. My streets feel busier due to the passing police and villagers. but no one questions me further. A funeral for the old couple is scheduled for a few days after the crime investigation is set to finish. I wonder if Sachiro really doesn't mind being home alone for so long. And again, it's hard for him to go out during the day. Maybe I'm worrying too much. I notice the house is cleaner than usual. The mail has been retrieved and left in a neat stack. The trash has been emptied and all the housework is finished. Sachiro keeps insisting on helping me around the house, even when I tell him to relax. He says this is the least he could do. I should cook something special for dinner tonight as a thank you to Sachiro. What should I make? I'm going to... ask him what he likes. Because he could be allergic to something and we don't know. He might not even know. To make sure I hit the nail on the head, I should ask what he likes. Hey Sachiro, what's your favorite meal? I like everything you make. That's awfully flattering, but you must have a favorite dish. I honestly enjoy everything you cook. I've never had tastier food. Why don't you make a request for supper then? The boy blushed before scratching his head. Well, I guess there's one thing I'm craving. I used to eat a lot of steamed buns, I think. There were different feelings, but I liked all of them. It would be great if I could have some again. Interesting. I don't know much about myself right now. I'll let you know if I remember anything else. What about you? Do you have a favorite meal? I have to think about it, to be honest. For now, I need to start supper. I'll tell you later, okay? Okay. I stepped into the kitchen to prepare supper. It takes a few hours of work, but I managed to make steamed buns like Mom used to make. It was pretty easy. I'm glad they're finally done. As an additional touch, I make all the buns animal-shaped. I pick one up and take a bite to test it. Tasty. I can understand why he asked for these. Each bun has a different filling, ranging from sweet bean paste to beef curry. I bring a plate of them to the guest room. Sachiro turns around before I even enter the room. His eyes practically sparkle when he looks at the plate. Can I have one? Of course, I made these especially for you. I watch nervously as the silver-haired boy bites into the first steamed bun. His delightful smile makes my heart flutter. It brings back memories. Someone used to bring me treats like this all the time. Jules isn't, but I think I was happy at the time. I'm glad to hear that. We're one step closer to getting your memories back. Sachiro continues nibbling on the steamed buns. Even when he eats, he's too cute to resist. Thank you so much. Why don't we share? It's my pleasure. I'd love to eat together. I stare at the sound of footsteps in the hallway. I try to ignore them, but my door slowly creaks open. All the windows in the house are closed, and I doubt the wind is strong enough to open the door. Someone steps inside my room, and I prepare for the worst as the pitter-patter approaches my bed. I discover closer. Could it be the murderer? I need to prepare myself. A second later, I feel someone lift my blanket. I roll off the bed and pull the metal ruler out from under my pillow. I flip around and forcefully smack my assailant with the broadside of my weapon. Ow. No. I hear Sachiro's pained voice in response. Like a few times he just flies to the darkness. Sorry, wrong room. I'm kinda sleepy. Are you okay? I'm sorry, I thought you were an intruder. My ruler back, I pat the spot where I hit Sachiro. You're all dirty again. Did you go out? Yeah, I went to search on my own. Sachiro, you broke our promise. Sorry, I thought you hated ghosts and scary places. That's, I like helping you. Good save. It's really exciting to explore new places together. Sachiro blinks in confusion. I didn't find anything tonight anyway. I'll tell you next time I want to go out. Alright, you better not go out alone anymore. Sorry for worrying you again. With an apologetic smile, Sachiro heads to his bedroom. Children. For the next few days, Sachiro stays inside. Even though the deaths of my neighbors are still in the news, another murder was committed a few days ago. It happened in a nearby alleyway. The majority of the corpse was not located. But there was enough blood splatter and flesh chunks that the death was an inevitable outcome. Jesus! It seems there were blood trails, indicating that the body was dragged away afterward. A Churro looks over my shoulder while I'm reading the newspaper. Is there another murder? Yeah, it was around here again. I never could imagine anything like this would happen in the village. There are no apparent connections between the victims. It might have just been someone who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Churro's gaze lingers on the article. Close the newspaper and pat his back. Don't concern yourself too much about it. Just stay safe at home, okay? Anyway, I have to go to class. Food is in the fridge if you're hungry. Thanks. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. So, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.